Doctor, what does root, stem, or main body of a word indicate? Well, the organ or part of which it is modified by a suffix or prefix or both. And properly, Doctor, Greek combining forms or roots should be used only with word formation of medical terms? No, that is not correct. A vowel, usually A, I, or O, is often inserted into the combining forms for epiphany or euphony. Doctor, what is adenectomy? Adenectomy is the excision of a gland. And an adenoma is different from an adenectomy? Yes, an adenoma is a glandular tumor. And a adenocarcinoma is what? That is a malignant tumor of the glandular epithelium. Doctor, are these tombs aerated? Yes, they are filled with air. And aerobic refers to what? Aerobic refers to life generally, pertaining to mechanisms or organisms which live only in the presence of air. And an aeroneuron is what? Aeroneurosis is a functional nervous disorder affecting airplane flyers. Doctor, let me ask you about one other terminology in your medical report. Go ahead. What is angiotomy? Angiotomy is the dissection of blood vessels. And angitis or angiitis? Angiitis is the inflammation of the blood vessels or lymphatics. And an arthron is what? An arthron is a joint. So arthralgia is pain in the joint. Arthralgia is pain in the joint. And arthritis is inflammation of the joint. Arthritis is inflammation of the joints. What is anthrology? Anthrology is the science of the joints. What is blepharedema? Blepharedema is the swelling of the eyelids. And blepharoplasty, that is a plastic operation upon the eyelid. What is blepharotosis? Blepharotosis is a dropping of the eyelid, the upper eyelid particularly. What is cardiac? Cardiac refers to the heart. Pertaining to the heart, you say? That is correct. Pertaining to the heart or esophageal orifice of the stomach. And phonocardiography? Phonocardiography is the graphic recording of heart sounds. What is electrocardiogram? Electrocardiogram is the graphic record of the heartbeat by an electrometer. Doctor, the cerebral word refers to brain? Yes, it does, pertaining to the brain. And cerebromalacia is a softening of the brain. And cerebrospinal refers to the brain and spinal cord. What is cephalad? A cephalad is the head. And cephalic means what? It means toward the head. What is encephalitis, or rather cephalitis? Cephalitis is inflammation of the brain, and encephalitis is an inflammation of the brain also. Doctor, cervical refers to the neck. The cervix is the neck. And cervicectomy is what? A cervicectomy is an excision of the neck of the uterus. And a cervicovesicle? A cervical vesicle is a relating to the cervix, uteri, and bladder. What about, Doctor, chylitis? Chylitis refers to the lip. It is an inflammation of the lip. And chyloplasty? Chyloplasty is a plastic operation of the lip. And chyliosis? Chyliosis is a diseased condition where morbid conditions of the lips due to vitamin B deficiency are apparent. What is chiromegaly? Chiromegaly is an abnormal size of the hands, wrists, and ankles. And chiropody is referring to the foot, the treatment of conditions of the hands and feet. What about cholangitis? Cholangitis is an inflammation of the bile duct. And a cholecyst is gallbladder? That is right. What is cholecystogram? Cholecystogram is a radiogram of the gallbladder. Doctor, you mentioned chondrectomy. Yes, chondrectomy is the excision of a cartilage. What about chondrofibroma? Chondrofibroma is a mixed tumor composed of fibrous tissue and cartilage. And chondroma? Chondroma is a cartilaginous tumor. What does costochondral mean, doctor? Costochondral is pertaining to a rib and the cartilage. And costophrenic? Costophrenic is the angle forward by the ribs or formed by the ribs and diaphragmatic area. What is costosternal? That is referring to the ribs and breastbone. Cyst means what? A cyst is a bladder, any sac containing a liquid. And cystography? Cystography is the radiographic examination of the urinary bladder following the introduction of air or opaque solution.
And actually, I didn't have a lot of words in the dictionary.